Kanye West has caused a stir by asserting that African Americans have a tough time getting ahead because they aren't as well connected as Jews.
The reason that we were separated was because I felt that the person that I'm talking about on the record separated us. And I understand that certain people like Dr. Dre, if I get this correct, are finally waking up and smelling the coffee.
How do you feel about the beer companies that pulled the commercial you endorsed because of your anti-Jew lyrics?
Am I getting this wrong? Are they saying that they condone what Jerry Heller or some of these other people have done to me? Do they say that it's all right for Jewish managers to get young black kids with talent off the street without without lawyers and without people that was helping me in my benefit to make records? That's what I'm getting out of this, and I really would like to speak to Rabbi Cooper about that.
Black people can't be anti-Semitic. We are Jews. All the kids that love me, all the Jewish kids that love me, I'm sorry if y'all had to hear a grown-up conversation with us screaming at each other.
Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, is apologizing for his anti-Semitic outbursts. He's taken a full-page ad out in the Wall Street Journal saying he lost touch with reality. Ye says a 2002 car accident impacted his brain and contributed to his struggle with bipolar disorder. In 2022, he praised Hitler in a podcast with conspiracy theorist Alex Jones, and then in 2025 released a song called Hail Hitler. The apology includes Ye saying he's not a Nazi or an anti-Semite and that he loves Jewish people.
You had many countries that they were kicked out of. But why were they kicked out? Were they kicked out simply because they were God's chosen? No.
Words cannot express what we have experienced as a people. We're calling on the world in terms of justice, in terms of righteousness, reparations now. Carrying the legacy of Queen Mother Moore, I represent 50 million.
Every victim group in the world but one has been given its day in court. The Jews got their day in court. Japanese got their day in court. Koreans got their day in court. Everybody got their day in court, and everybody got the opportunity to compel the defendants to come forward and account for what they did. The only group that remains is Africans or African Americans.
When you talk in groups, that breeds hate.
Michael Jackson has been forced to apologize to the Jewish community.
As an Ethiopian Jew in Israel, do you feel equal to white Jews?
אנחנו יהודים לכל דבר. אנחנו אין לנו ארץ אחרת, ארץ הקודש, זה מה אנחנו גם מרגישים ככה. זאת אומרת, למרות שיש מוסדות כאלה וכאלה שלא רוצים...
Slaves in there by the boatloads in Rhode Island. I bet you never heard any of this, did you? You thought it was just in the South. Oh no, honey, they were bringing wherever they could make money off of us, they were doing it. A History of the Jews in America, and this is by Peter Werner. A list of the names of about 65 plantations belonging to Jews at that period, and the names of the owners have been preserved. Some of the plantations bear Hebrew names like Carmel, Hebron, Sukkot, and Beersheba. The number of Jews in Suriname was then, and when they say then, they're talking about 1694, 570, consisting of 92 Dutch or Portuguese families, about 50 unmarried persons, and 10 or 12 German families. They possessed about 9,000 slaves. they'll tell that story themselves. They will tell you that yes, they engaged in usury, which is basically when you lend somebody something, you're charging them an interest rate, high interest rate. Yeah, we're kind of dealing with that today, huh? Isn't that something? And so that's why people over time after time after time, they kept getting pushed out of these different countries because of usury.
Stores. Instead of opening stores up all in your neighborhood and robbing your deaf, dumb, and blind. Yes, the Jews do that. And some of them blue-eyed Jews are going to walk away from his face that I'm saying something anti-Semitic. Anti-hell. Jews right here in Harlem who run these whiskey stores that get you drunk. It is Jews that run these old run-down stores that sell you bad food. It is Jews who control the economy of Harlem and use it for themselves and for the benefit of Israel.
Black people can't be anti-Semitic. We are Jew. You understand what I'm saying? We are Jew. So cool out until you do your facts. Until you really do the facts with the fake indoctrination that y'all put into the schools and all that. You know what I'm saying? We're not following y'all rules.
I was on a program here in New York on Channel 13, in which I made a statement concerning how the Jews control about 80% of the economy in most Negro communities across the country. And the Jews organized themselves and wouldn't let that thing come back on Channel 13. It was 2 interviews. One was done by Baldwin and one was done by me. The one I did 2. One was short and one was a 30-minute derivation, 30-minute duration. And at the end of it, you remember Morgenthau jumped up and said that he's not responsible for anything I said. Well, I can understand why he said that, because during that same week, these same old so-called liberal Jews who claim they believe in freedom of speech and all that kind of stuff, they got together and prevented destroying of that interview again, simply because I had made the statement on that the Jews are the ones who are robbing us and exploiting us up here in Harlem and across the country. The Jews believe in censorship more than anybody else.
The Jewish experience from colonial times to the present, and this is by Henry L. Feingold. From Africa, they imported slaves from the West Indies. They received molasses from which they distilled rum, a key aspect of the triangular trade.
We was running down who owns the music industry and who owns the production companies and this, that, and the other. So when the interviewer, black man, asks a certain series of questions, I used to travel with suitcases full of books. Hell, I was a minister of information. So I came with 20, 30 books, and we was just kind of going over some of the information in the books. I think I had Henry Ford's book, The International Jew, The Octopus. So if you're talking about world wars, then who was responsible? If you're talking about who financed Hitler, who was responsible? If you're talking about the Civil War and you're talking about black people being brought over from Africa to America in the holds of ships, who owned the insurance companies? Who owned the ships? And that's the kind of discussion we were having.
My Jewish brothers and sisters said to me amid anti-Semitism anywhere, we don't need your support. We have enough Jewish power to deal with this problem ourselves. I would still take a stand against anti-Semitism because it's wrong, it's unjust, and it's evil. If my Catholic brothers and sisters said to me, amid bigotry toward Catholics, we don't need your support in this because we have enough Catholic power to deal with it, I would still take a stand against bigotry toward Catholics because it is wrong, it is evil, and it is unjust.